Hello, Brett Ellis with the Ellis Team at Keller Williams down here in sunny Southwest Florida. I want to share with you a tool that you're going to be able to find very easily now. It's called the Ellis Team Current Market Index. What is it? It's a proprietary index we invented, I think back in like 2001. And what it does, it accurately predicts the future pricing of the market. So sellers can find this particularly useful when bringing their home to market. They could use it when to bring it to market and how aggressive they should be on the pricing. I want to tell you how to find it because we're going to now give dynamic real-time updates all the time. So if you go to topagent.com and click on buying or selling, and right now we have it in our live market stats section. Now here's the interesting thing. Today, it only goes to the current market index. Later today, we're going to be adding another index that will help sellers identify the market and how they should be looking at things. But here is the current market index. So right now, the index sits at 4.84. We take these readings every Tuesday. So right now, it's a slight buyer advantage. Here is the history of the index, and you can kind of see where we are. Now look at this back here. Back in 2022, we knew and I'm sorry I can't show you 2021 or 2020, but it was a low number. The lower the number, the better it is for pricing. So we knew prices were just going through the roof. But look what started happening about April of 2022. This index started moving. So we knew that the market was going to cool off, and eventually, as this number started rising, prices were going to come down. And we saw a couple different waves here. That's exactly what happened to the market. Our market did cool off, and we've had receding home prices for about 3 years now. But there is some good news. You can see that market moving. The reason I bring this up is you can track this in real time now. And another point I'd like to bring out is back in 2012, I just went to our blog.topagent.com. And I was looking at the numbers back in like 2003, 4, 5. We knew we had an excellent market there on prices, kind of like what happened 3-4 years ago. Prices were going crazy. But then in 2005, I went on NBC News and I said, this market is going to start cooling. And what we didn't know this day is we knew it was going to start cooling, but watch that index take off. And eventually went up close to over 16. And we know we had the foreclosure crisis, we had prices bottom out, that sort of thing. So we accurately predicted that market as well as the market in 2000, 2001. So the Ellis Team has a pretty good track record. It's because of this proprietary index. And then as it started coming down, prices, finally got better. We saw statistical bottom in our market in about 2009. And we were able to call it then. And everyone kept saying, well, is it going to keep going more? Well, no, we knew it wasn't going to keep going more. So this is kind of like radar to a weather system. It tells us where the market is going with pretty good accuracy. Later on today, I'll be working on another index that we're going to be releasing. I won't say too much about it today, but tune in because you're going to want to know about that. If you're a seller in Southwest Florida and Fort Myers, Cape Coral, you're going to want to know about these because the Ellis Team has been the trusted authority in terms of predicting where the market is and really analyzing the market with data-driven statistics. So that's what we like to do. So we're not guessing what's going to happen and where your home should be priced. We know where it should be priced, where the buyers are, and that's one of the ways we get top dollar for our sellers is we know where it should be instead of hanging out at the wrong price for too long. So that is your update for the day. The Ellis Team Current Market Index is now going to be live at topagent.com, and hope this little guide shows you how to do it. Thanks for tuning in.
The Ellis Team at Keller Williams is a family affair. Always call the Ellis Team, they'll handle you with care.